vanish.
Hey, what's happening to you guys? Piracy and welcome back to another video. So as you guys know, Jump Force first session concluded a couple of minutes ago, and I was one of the few people. Well, when I say a few people, there were like 100 of people playing this game, but what I mean is that I was one of the first few people to be able to play it, the first session, and I'll give you guys my first impression on it. I don't want to spend too much time on it, just want to give you guys a brief idea of how I felt playing the game. And for the most part, I was having fun. Like, you know, I didn't understand some of the mechanics in the game. I tried looking at the menu, because there was a menu that you could use to look at certain combos and what you can do, and I was able to use that to my advantage, but still there was some aspect to the game that I just wasn't able to figure out. For example, I just couldn't figure out when to actually substitute, how to recover. I knew how to dodge an attack, because when you do that, I think there's a purple aura that comes around you and you can actually step back from your opponent, which was actually very, very helpful. But when it came to actually substituting an opponent's attack, you have to be very, very precise in the timing, and I was able to kind of pull it off in this video that you may see now, but I did it by accident. It is something that needs, I don't know if it's something that's intentional, they want you to be very, very precise when it comes to it, or it's something that they may need to fine-tune as well, because it was kinda difficult to pull off, but that's besides the point. Aside from that, you know, combos played pretty good for the most part. I didn't see any combos dropping out. The only aspect that felt like the character's combo was dropping was when we were knocked to a different stage and I wanted to kind of continue on the attack. My opponent would always drop, and this also happened to my opponent as well. So whenever he knocked me away to a different map, when he tried to follow up the combo, it will also drop as well. Aside from that, visually wise, every character's face felt lifeless. Like there was no, I don't know how to describe this. Like I feel like the game needs more polish. I know that it's in a closed beta state, but let's face it, every time they tell us, oh, it's a closed beta, it's gonna be improved, when the final release of a game comes out, it is barely ever improved. So I have to point this stuff out. Some of the characters' faces didn't look very, very, I guess, detailed. It looks really, really generic. How to put this? Like, it looks like this is the first draft and they didn't try to fine tune it and they just went with it. That's just how I feel. Anyways, aside from that, using combos with special attacks was easy enough to figure out after a while. You couldn't do it when you pull off a full combo. You can only combine, for me anyways, you can only combine your super attacks with your combo mid-combo, so you have to kind of stop comboing and then unleash your super to be able to connect, but that was fun enough. And balancing was another thing that came to my mind, because there were some attacks that I saw could be easily abused, like guns, rock, paper, scissors attack. It has a long ass invisibility rate. Like I could hold this thing down and I saw my opponent attacking me, but I could still move, I can still do all that shit, so I felt like that needs to be kind of reduced a little bit. There was other characters that had certain abilities that I could abuse. I felt like this needs to be addressed. Hopefully the developers will play the game themselves and see that there's some moves in the game that will need to be fine-tuned, because if these moves get released online, it's gonna cause chaos basically. And aside from that, you know, visually, particle effects, I think it's been reduced a lot since its reveal in the E3 trailer. Like it got reduced a lot. I didn't feel like the particles got in my way of kind of fighting and doing all the important stuff. The online lobby was okay, very, very bland, but that's because it's a closed beta, but it still felt bland. Character customization, the characters that were available, the preset ones, every single one of them looked lame as fuck. Like I don't know just how far we were able to customize our faces and all that stuff, but for the most part, I didn't like them. They weren't worth, you know, using. I actually preferred using, you know, my the preset characters like Naruto, Goku, Vegeta, and all that stuff. But aside from that, the game was pretty interesting. I actually wrote a blog about my experience, so you'll find more details about my experience in the description below. This is me kind of showing off my gameplay while giving you guys a quick commentary as to how I felt playing the game. But anyways, that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm Perez, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.